It will not be made available to the public, but I will post it to the ladies that could not come tonight. So they will receive the link to watch it. Usually we have about 10, 15 ladies that end up watching it at a later date. So it's not like it's going to be hundreds of people watching. But having said that, if you do not want to be on camera, then when we do our introductions, then don't say anything. So you won't be one of the ones that is on the video. Okay. All right. So we have a lot to cover and just 1 hour to do it because our mixers are only an hour. Again, I'm Kiki Strickland. I am the founder of Friendship Mixers, which is a women's organization that promotes healthy female friendships and provides opportunities for you all to make new friends. And we're going to do that tonight as well when we get to our one-on-one breakouts, where you will have some time to chat with one of the other ladies here. We might be able to do that a couple of cycles. But that is a little bit later. For now, and sorry, I'm looking to the side, I'm letting people in that are in the waiting room. For now, what I would like to start with is our announcements. Then I'm going to share a little bit more about our organization. For those of you that are new, most of you are coming in for Meetup. We're going to be on your Meetup, the Meetup in your area for a few months, just to introduce our organization to more ladies in your area. Then we close out that meetup where you are, and we start another meetup in a different location. And I'll talk about that when I get to more about our organization. Let me share my screen and tell you what we have going on. These are the announcements. Hold on. Let us see. Okay, so we have a private platform where our official members communicate together, chat with one another. A little chat box here is how you can pull up one of our members and start talking with them. But what I wanted to just show you are events that we have coming up. So tonight we have our mixer. We actually do exercise together every day at noon for 30 minutes. So tomorrow we're having Grow with Joe at noon. Curlay handles that one. Curlay from our Boston chapter does Tuesdays. Susan is out of town until the 12th of May, I think. And so she has canceled her Wednesday and Thursday exercise classes until then. But on Thursday night, if any of you are entrepreneurs, we have how to market your e-commerce business. Now, this is through SCORE. They're actually associated with the Small Business Association. So those of us that are entrepreneurs may be attending that. For those of you in the DMV, the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, we are having a happy hour at MGM. It's going to be at TAP, the sports bar. And I know that 4 ladies are coming for that. We are also doing the embassy tours. They've started up again now. Now, this is every May that DC has the Around the World Embassy event. It's called Cultural DC. And this Saturday will be the non-European embassies. So you have Saudi Arabia and some of the African embassies will be open. You can go in and taste their food. And usually they have a performance to show you a little bit about their culture. It's an awesome event and it's totally free. So I'm going down for that. If anybody wants to go with me. And the following Saturday will be the European embassies. And I love to go by the Spanish embassy because they have paella, and they also have, let me let these ladies in that are in the waiting room. They also have sangria for sale. All right, what else? I wanted to tell you also coming up in Atlanta, it looks like they're doing Food Truck Tuesdays. That's our Atlanta chapters doing that. And I'm going to be having another happy hour, but this time it'll be in Clinton, Maryland on Friday the 13th. Oh, it's Friday the 13th. It looks like the Boston chapter is also having an event, Newton Piano Summit, Curlay, are you still on? Can you tell us? Are you the one that posted that? And can you tell us? Oh, it's Susan that posted that. I see it right there. I know Susan is at a conference, so she's not here. The Atlanta chapter is having beach day. Hey, so Joy, are you on? Joy, if you're on, can you tell us a little bit about beach day? Don't know if Joy's on. I can't see everybody while I'm sharing my screen. Joy, are you here? She is usually at every single event. Maybe she hasn't joined us yet. So we're also having, and you might have seen this on your meetup, we're having an assistant organizer slash event host interest meeting, because we are in your city, but we might not have a chapter director yet. So we are looking for some of you that are extroverts who like meeting new people, who like hosting events, who may attend activities, and you're okay with saying, hey, I'm going to this. If anybody wants to join me, come along. So we're going to be talking about that on Monday, the 16th. So not next Monday, but the Monday after that from 7 to 8. So join us for that if you can. If you're one that knows that you have that event planner flair about you. Back in the DC area, which is our largest chapter, and the second largest chapter is Atlanta, and I think the third largest chapter is Boston. We're going to the Wine in the Woods Festival Sunday, May 22nd. So those of you who like wine or just like being out in nature, join us for the Wine in the Woods Festival. Tickets are on sale at wineinthewoods.com. It's in Columbia, Maryland. And then the last thing, I think, yes. Okay, so we're going to the Capitol Jazz Fest in DC. That's the 4th and 5th. But I just found out that my campgrounds where I have my RV is having an open house weekend. So I have put this here because I would like to invite those of you that are in the DC area, especially those of you down in Fredericksburg, Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. You were able to come to the campground Indian Acres that weekend. And I'm going to even open up my RV. So those of you that have wanted to come see my RV, it's a J flight. Then you are invited to actually come by the campground. You usually need a pass to get in. It's a private campground, not open to the public, but that weekend it will be. So definitely RSVP. I just put this on here today. RSVP to come by the campground and see my RV. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing because that's already into June. I cannot believe it's May 1st. I'm going to share just a little bit more about our organization, and then we want to hear from you guys. I would like to hear where you're joining us from, and I have a little poll about friendship that we're going to take. But first, since I know there are some of you here that know nothing about friendship mixers, I want to just give you a little bit of background on us. Let me share my screen. Sorry, I gotta find everything in all these different screens. Okay, sharing my screen, PowerPoint. So here is a little bit about us. All right, so our flower is the sunflower. We started during the pandemic and we are in several different cities. Let me move this out the way. All right, some of the locations that we are in: Boston, as I mentioned before, Atlanta, New York City, Charlotte, Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Maryland, Northern Virginia, Fredericksburg, Richmond, Virginia, Atlanta, Philadelphia, Boston, Raleigh, Durham, and Chicago. And actually, oh, there's Joy coming in right now. We also have a few ladies in Texas, even though I don't know how they found us because we're not officially in Texas yet. We will eventually be in these cities, Miami, Fort Lauderdale area, Houston, and Dallas, LA, which is near my hometown of San Bernardino, Seattle, Washington, London, England, and South Africa. We are very multicultural. Here's some photos. And now this one is actually of our Boston chapter. Some of you might see each other, see yourselves in these pictures. This one is from our Boston chapter, a brunch that they had. This is a happy hour that we had right here in Fredericksburg recently. Only 2 of us showed up, once in DC. Oh, that was Silver Spring. We actually went to a Fred Hammond concert at MGM recently, and Curley from the Boston chapter came all the way for that. We had a brunch at Jasper's restaurant. This was Easter Sunday, and we went to a winery. So these are just a couple of pictures. And then this is the DC chapter at one of the brunches that they had. So a little bit about us. We have some tribes, and tribes are just organizations, groups within our larger organization where the ladies have something in common. We have Fitness Chicks. We have Moms United. We have Financial Peace University, where we learn about growing our finances. Divorce Care for divorced ladies. I already mentioned the Entrepreneurs Club, Wives Club, Single Ladies Club. We have a Bible study, and actually we're going to be kicking that off. We're memorizing 52 scriptures this year, so stay tuned for more on that. We have a natural hair care tribe, which is led by Danny, who's in our Philadelphia chapter. Movie buffs, wine lovers. Now we need a leader for our wine lovers tribe. We've had about 4 meetings for that, mainly last year. I was doing them, but I can't do all of the tribe meetings. So we need somebody to lead that. Our book lovers club just met. We read Black Cake. Sometimes we meet just to talk about what we're reading. We don't read the same thing. And then our overcoming health challenges tribe. That is for ladies who are dealing with some kind of health issue. I had fibroids removed last year. So that's when I started that one, just to talk about, what we're going through and be there for one another. So that is a little bit about us. We did have one trip, and we were going to be going this year for my birthday to Greece and Croatia, but I did cancel that once the war broke out with Russia and Ukraine. So we are not going to do that this year, maybe next year. We have merchandise, get a t-shirt or something, at least a mug. You can join our organization. Right now it is $10 a month. You can join month to month, cancel at any time, or you can pay for the year and get a discount. And the website is friendshipmixers.com. Join us today. And again, it's friendshipmixers.com. I'll put that in the chat. All right, so I've done a lot of talking, and now we want to hear from you guys. There's 32 of you. So normally Danny helps me call on people, and she couldn't join us tonight. I do see Joy is here. Joy, I saw as I was talking about what we have coming up, I saw that you're doing a beach day. Can you please just very briefly, as you introduce yourself to the group, tell us a little bit about beach day?
Okay, sure. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, so the local city that I live in is in the metro Atlanta area. It's called Snellville, Georgia. And they truck in, I can't remember how many tons of sand to our community square. And they have music, and you can bring your chairs, put your feet in the sand, lots of food trucks and things. I think it's 70 tons of soft white sand. That's what it is. And they have different things for the kids. They'll have you can bring your cooler, your drinks, and things like that. And that is going to be Saturday, May 14th.
Love that. I wish I was down there so that I could come. All right. And then also just tell us a little bit more about you. And then I'm going to start calling on people to just introduce themselves. And then we'll do the poll. And it's about friendship. So please tell us where you're located, what kind of work you do, and what your favorite ice cream flavor is. That's our icebreaker for right now. And then we'll get into our friendship talk, but after that. So Joy, you start with those questions and then I'll call on people.
Okay, great. Well, my name is Joy Sanders. I live in Snellville, Georgia, and I'm an educator. My favorite ice cream flavor is a oldie but a goodie, and it is butter pecan or butter pecan, depending on how you say that. Thank you.
I say pecan. Great. All right. So I'm going to call on some of our members first, and then some of you new ladies. So Curlay, are you actually in a place where you can talk? I know you were driving earlier.
Yeah, I'm still driving, but if you guys don't mind with my camera off, I can still talk. It's hands-free. So I want to say welcome to everyone this evening. Really excited to be on this evening. So my name is Curlay, and I live in South Shore of Massachusetts, and I work in the human resources industry. And for my favorite ice cream, I'm a typical, I love chocolate as my favorite flavor. And again, if you are interested, the Boston chapter will probably be doing some more in-person events. We had some virtual concerts that we attended, and then did some outdoor concerts during the summer last year. So we're really excited about getting up and running again. So look forward to anyone that's interested. Feel free to chat with me in the chat box if you have questions, and welcome. Thank you. And also follow us on Facebook. We're on Facebook as well, Friendship Mixers. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. Joanne, why don't you introduce yourself? I see you there.
Yeah, I'm here. I live in the Boston area, Arlington, and right now I'm taking things a little easy, not working right now. And my favorite flavor is butter pecan.
Okay, so we have 2 butter pecans so far. And I'm sorry, I said I was going to put the website in the chat. So let me do that now. All right. Let's see. Do we have any other members on? I have 2 screens, so I have to scroll through. If you are an official member of Friendship Mixers, I don't see anyone else I recognize. Yeah, oh, these new people on today. I love it. All right. So who would like to go next? I'm going to let yourself.
Yo, we back now. Which one you want to Zoom?
Let me, what is that?
Yo.
Have a, what do you call these people? I can
like Zoom
him.
bombers.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Yes.
bombers.
Remove. Oh, it says I can report them. Oh yeah, let me do that. Yeah, we don't have time for that. Hilarious. Look at that. Okay, so who would like to introduce themselves?
I'll go. Hello everyone. My name
Thank
is
you.
Thank you. Sorry, Kiki. Hello everyone. My name is Ariel McGrew, and I'm originally from Anchorage, Alaska, but I moved to Chicago about 4 years ago. So I'm on the north side of Chicago. So hello, Chicagoans, if you're out there. I currently work in higher education at National Louis University, and my favorite ice cream is cookies and cream.
That is actually mine as well. Cookies and cream. Woohoo! I see someone has put in the chat that their audio isn't working, but they are also in Chicago, and she is a life coach and also in human resources. Favorite ice cream is also cookies and cream. Rosie Marie, welcome, welcome. Okay, we got a few Chicago people in the house, I see. I see you waving. All right, who wants to go next?
I can go.
Okay.
Oh, I don't, should I go?
Yeah.
Well, hi everyone. My name is Nana. Right now I'm in PA, but I'm moving to Chicago at the end of the month. I'm excited for that because I've never lived outside PA before. I'm in healthcare consulting, and my favorite ice cream that I'm absolutely obsessed with is Moose Tracks.
Is what?
Moose
Is what?
Tracks.
Moose Tracks. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, Moose Tracks. Yes, I
Mhm.
have seen Moose Tracks. So is that kind of like Rocky Road where you have the different things in it?
So I've never had Rocky Road, but Moose Tracks is shaved chocolate. There's peanut butter, and then it's a
Yes.
vanilla base. So I'm obsessed.
Yes.
So good.
Yeah. Exactly. I have seen that. I haven't tried it though. Sounds good. And Julie, you were going next. Go ahead.
oh yes. Hi everyone. My name is Julie. I'm coming from the Boston area. I'm a physical therapist. I work in a hospital, and my favorite ice cream flavor, well, I have two of them, vanilla and butter pecan.
Got it. Oh, we have a lot of you butter pecan people.
Feel like
Hey,
have a
I
do.
see Sherry.
Hi
in the-
Joanne. Hi Caroline.
Hi,
Sorry.
how are you?
Hey, Sherry. I so sorry I didn't have a picture of it. So Sherry was with us. The Fredericksburg Richmond chapter just had outing on Friday. Was that Friday night or Saturday? It was Saturday. We met up at an Indian restaurant. And then a couple of us went to the movies afterwards to see The Lost City with Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum. And I forgot to take a photo. But Sherry, go ahead and introduce yourself to the ladies.
Okay. My name is Sherry, and I live in Spotsylvania, Fredericksburg area, as she just said. And I have been in this area pretty much all my life in Virginia. My favorite, I'm retired recently and happy about that. And also my favorite ice cream is chocolate. I like chocolate ice cream.
Thank you. All right, we're gonna do just a couple more. How about Carrie in Milwaukee?
Hey everyone. So I'm also hoping to move to Chicago. I'm a teacher, so it's a little tricky being a Wisconsin teacher, moving to Illinois. I don't know exactly how it's going to work, but I've got family on the north side of Chicago, kind of in the Ravenswood, Andersonville areas. So my hope is to move close to my sisters and my parents who live down there. I'm a single mom, and I mentioned I was a teacher. So looking forward to getting to know some ladies in the area before I move down there. Oh, and
Awesome. Yes, your
cookie
flavor.
dough. Cookie dough is my favorite.
Got it, got it. Wonderful. All right, one more. Anyone want to volunteer to be our last? Okay.
Hi.
Oh, does someone else want to go? Okay. Hi, I'm Lindy, and I'm currently working for a nonprofit, writer for them, grants and various other materials, from Chicago. And I'm trying not to eat ice cream, you guys. But I like 2 days ago, I was like, no sugar. So this is really troubling for me. But I have a sweet tooth. So I like ice cream that just has like as much stuff in it as possible. So I don't know what kind that would be. I just like to excavate the stuff out of the ice cream. Gives me like a sense of accomplishment.
I love it. So I didn't introduce myself. I did say I'm Kiki Strickland, the founder of Friendship Mixers. I actually work for a university in the Baltimore area in fundraising. So that is me. And I did say cookies and cream. Although when I was growing up, I liked chocolate and rainbow sherbet together, like 2 scoops. All right, so I have a poll. I did send out the article on friendship. And before we start talking about the article, let's take this poll. Can you see it here? All right, I'm going to give you just about 30 seconds to fill out these questions. Three questions. How would you rate your current friendship satisfaction right now? What is hindering your friendships, if anything? And do you find it hard to make new friends at this stage in your life? All right, about 10 more seconds. Mm-hmm. 5 seconds. All right, we're going to end this poll and I'm going to show you the results. Okay. It looks like 75% of you said your satisfaction rate right now is below a 5. Interesting. And I would say the same. Since the pandemic, I haven't really seen my group of friends that I used to do things with. I haven't seen one of them at all since the pandemic. And then what, if anything, is hindering your friendships? It looks like the vast majority of you said location and proximity is one of the issues. So, and we'll talk about that in just a minute, because I'm going to ask you, does that mean they moved away? Or you're further out than you used to be? A few of you said time management. And then I definitely want to know what the other issue is. So we'll get to that. Do you find it hard to make new friends? Yes. Oh my gosh. All of you said yes. Wow. Okay. Now, for those of you that said other issue, let's talk about that. Who said another issue, and what is that issue, if you are willing to share? Go ahead, just jump in there.
What was the question?
Discrimination.
Some people said that one of the issues that they're having with making friends, or reasons why their satisfaction is so low, is because not one of the issues I had up there, but another issue. So I was asking, what did you mean by other? And I just heard someone say discrimination. And I think I heard something else. What was it? Who else spoke up?
I just asked what the question was, but I'm going to be pretty honest, because that's kind of how because it's kind of like a painful issue in my life, I'm going to say. And I think that I'm too sensitive, and that, but coupled with that, I'm judgmental. But I think that's a defense, so that I can quickly figure the person out, and usually find something to like push them away. Now I'm saying this, but it's like not that bad. I mean, I'm working on it, or I'm aware of it, I'm just saying, like, in hindsight, and but that I still have, to some degree. So
I love your transparency. That's awesome.
It's almost like with relationships for me, with a man, it's similar, that that I've had dysfunctional ones, and I seem to attract certain ones that maybe aren't good for me. It's similar, so that there's just kind of a lot going on.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to just like relax and,
Right.
let it be.
Very good. Thank you so much for sharing. Anyone else want to share?
I will, like, I don't feel like I meet that many people on a regular basis. So it's like, if I'm not meeting new people regularly, then I'm not, encountering, options of like-minded people or people that I might take a class or something, but then it's like, then you see the same people in the class. Like I try, but I don't feel like I'm out and about. I don't know if I'm not creative enough in terms of like finding new places to meet people who I have things in common with, but I do find it challenging just to put myself in. I don't know if any of you have that situation. Like, where do you go to meet new people that you might click with and, find a potential friend? I'm not sure how to do it. Almost like you get to a certain age and it's like, I don't know.
We're going to get an opportunity here because in a few minutes, we're going to start doing our one-on-one breakouts where I will pair you up randomly with someone else here and you'll have a few minutes to chat. So we've had, as a result of those one-on-one breakouts, people developing new friendships, finding a bestie, all of that. So this is one place where you can possibly make new friends. But I hear that a lot, that the older we get, it's harder. We're not. Well, let's talk about the article because the article actually mentioned a few things. Did anybody get to read the article? And what did you think? Did anything stand out to you? Anything that was true for you? You don't have to raise your hand, just jump in. Go ahead.
I read the article. I'm driving, so I'm driving as I talk. But I think I particularly liked the lady that said about the lady that practices aggressive friendships. About organizing. I'm pretty lazy, so when it comes to those things, I'm just like, oh my God, I don't know how to be aggressive in my friendships. Maybe I'll have more friends if I did that. But yeah, that's what jumped out to me from the article.
Got it.
I think what jumped out for me is when he spoke about how introverts have less friends, but more meaningful friendships, stronger friendships. That's me. I'm an introvert. And I also work from home. And I live in Atlanta area, Alpharetta, Georgia, actually. And so I don't really know anybody here. It's just me and my daughter and working from home, COVID. And I'm that introvert. So I think for me, I think the article, when it spoke about that, it just really hit home for me. Like, I don't need a big circle, but I just need those few meaningful relationships.
Yes. Anyone else an introvert? We've had these conversations, about introverts, because I'm one too. People don't think that I am, but I am.
But I think what was good about the article, Kiki, what I really took from it was society doesn't place emphasis on friendships. When you're little and you're in school, or even all the way up to college, you're in the classroom with these people, so you got to get along, and maybe you'll find somebody to get along with. But even as women, when we look at movies and things like that, it's all about the man, right? Finding your Prince Charming, but never finding your girl crew. They have some shows, they sprinkle them, Sex in the City and all of this. But even then, you see how they always get pulled out of the group whenever there's a man involved. And I think that that's one thing that I know as I've gotten older, I just say, I'll put as much emphasis and as much time and energy into making friendships with other women as I would as in being in a relationship with a man.
Love that. So ladies, I forgot to mention that we're going to be reading The Relationship Cure by John Gottman. It was actually recommended by my therapist, and we were talking about male-female relationships, romantic relationships. But the book actually covers family relationships, work relationships, and friendships. So we are going to read that together, and actually we'll be discussing that book for the next few mixers. So pick it up from the library or order it. The Relationship Cure by John, Gottman. Any other comments on the article? Anything else stand out?
In the chat, Kiki, the book.
Oh, sure. I can put the name of the book in the chat. But go ahead. Any other comments?
Can I comment about, I didn't read the article, I'm sorry. I did not. I forgot that we had an assignment. I didn't do it. But no, I just wanted to comment back on the poll. And I think the question was something about struggles that we face in our friendships or something like, so I put other. I'm currently going through a bit of a friendship struggle with girlfriends that I've had for a while, and we've saw each other through some really challenging times. But I think what's happened as a result of this pandemic too is a lot of us are really caught up in our own anxiety. And so one thing that I'm finding challenging is just a lack of empathy. I'm an educator, so I see this outside of my friendship. I mean, I just think there's a lot going on right now in the world, and it's a great concern of mine that there's a lack of empathy. I think that I always say that's the true epidemic that we're facing is a lack of empathy. But I think it's a lot of our own anxieties coming into play there, and we're really caught up in our own feelings and our own stories and our own, uncertainty about the future, that I find it really tricky in friendships. It's, sometimes I feel like there isn't that reciprocal relationship that way where, I can show up for this person, but are they going to show up for me in the same way when I'm going through times of struggle? So that's what I'm facing right now in my friendships, and not all of them, just some of them. And then other girlfriends of mine have really shown up and been present for me, and a lot, and just sat with me in the trenches when I'm going through struggles. So I'm learning what it takes to be, what I actually need in a friendship. And I'm also learning how to be that kind of friend.
Love it. Thank you. All right, I did highlight some things from the article, and so I'm going to share those before we break up into our one-on-ones. And Joy touched on a great point. Now, it's said that most people maintain about 150 stable relationships at any given moment. So do you guys feel like you have 150? It said, if you think about if you're getting married, are you going to write down, you usually have a pretty long list of people that you want to invite, whether it be coworkers and associates and family members. So about 150 people in your larger circle. And then it said, then most people have a smaller, closer circle of about 15 friends that you might go to dinner with. Sometimes you might go to the movies with here and there. And then you have an intimate circle of about 5 friends, the people that you're willing to get vulnerable with, or at least more vulnerable with. So do you guys agree with that?
I have a question. What exactly are they considering a friend? Because a lot of the people you invite to your wedding, I mean, how well are they, how close are you to 150 people?
And some of you that have been married before, you really had to think about who you really wanted to be there, because it's so expensive to have a wedding. So I've been married before, and I remember having to cut some people. So then, yeah, you are thinking, how close am I? I haven't seen this person in like 10 years, even though we went to college together. Do I really need that person there? So unfortunately, yeah, That question definitely comes up.
So so what are they defining as a friend? Because they could just be acquaintances.
Yes.
I mean, these are all people you know, but are they
But not
actually a friend?
close.
That
Yeah.
was my question when they said 150.
Yes. The larger group.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you feel like you have about 5? How many friends do you all feel like you really have?
Mine would probably be about 5.
5.
Yeah. But I mean, I know a lot of other people, but I would say the core would be 5.
And anybody else?
Well, it's Julie. I would say 2, but I need to add with potential for growth. So I'm always looking to form good, stable friendships with other women, just so like, because I've been in Boston for a while, but it's very hard to make friends here because either like the consistency factor is an issue for me. It's like I try to go out as much as I can. Sometimes I can't go out a lot. I'm burnt out, so I just want to, just get together with some ladies, either have some drinks or whatever and just hang out. But the consistency is key for me. It's like, and someone who trying to find like people who are substantial and real. Sometimes I find it, sometimes I don't. So I'll keep trying.
Yeah.
Good point. Another thing that I highlighted in the article was what Joy said. It takes, he said, the author of this article said that Jeffrey Hall, an expert in psychology, the psychology of friendship, said that it took about 45 hours in the presence of another person's company to move from acquaintance to friend. So that's a lot of 45 hours. That's a lot of getting together for coffee and lunch, and it takes a while. But as Joy pointed out, if we are really looking to create meaningful friendships, then we have to do it. We have to invest the time, make the time, squeeze it into our calendars, our schedules, and do it. Another thing that I highlighted, he said that the study showed over the course of a month, people devote about 8.5 hours to each of their 5 closest friends. They devote a bit more than 2 hours a month to the next 10 people who are in their 15-person acquaintance group, and less than 20 minutes a month on 150 people in their larger circle. So again, it's showing you the more time you spend with your people, the closer you're going to become, which makes sense, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then also, people tend to befriend those who have similar musical tastes, political opinions, professions, worldviews, and senses of humor. Yeah. But you could have a friend that's totally different from you in every way. Those kind of friendships are always interesting. You're like night and day. Okay, so let us do our one-on-ones now. So you're going to just chat with the other person. And it can be about this article, or it can be about what you did over the weekend. Doesn't matter. We're ladies, we can usually find something to talk about. But I'm going to put you randomly with someone else. Let's see, we have 27 people. So We need 13. And you'll have 5 minutes just to chat with that person, and then we'll come back together. All right, so in just a moment, you'll see on the side that you
Kiki, I'm
have a
sorry.
room.
Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes, I
Yeah.
can hear you.
Hi, I'm sorry. You know what? I unfortunately hopped on about a half an hour late. So I am.
Uh-oh,
Oops.
I think she froze up, or maybe she got dropped internet. All right, so you have 5 minutes with your person. And I should say, if there's nobody there, then come back to the main room. I'm gonna let this person in the waiting room in. All right, so Kathy, we lost you while you were talking.
I'm sorry. I don't know what happened there. I apologize.
It happens.
Yeah, I just wanted to. I didn't want to interrupt. I just wanted to introduce myself and just say hi to everybody.
Great. Well, we're glad you were able to join us, even though you're traveling, commuting. Thanks for
Yeah,
stopping in.
thank
And I'm
you.
sorry, where are you located?
I'm in Illinois. I live in Chicago, but I work out in the northwest suburbs of Illinois.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Well, right now we're in the breakout rooms. Kate just joined us. Kate, now is that you also on the phone?
It's supposed to be. I'm not sure. I closed out of everything. So technology, right?
Yes, I see you twice. But that's fine. So we have 5 minutes just to chat and get to know another person. So yeah, I guess we're here. We can get to know each other. And where are you located, Kate?
I'm in Chicago as well. I moved here about 5, almost 6 months ago, and with pandemic, I'm trying to make friends, but it's a little daunting. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to. So that's why I'm joining the group to see who else is here and who else is having. Who is my age and who can who has similar interests. So
very good. And let me ask you guys this. How is it in the Chicago area? Things are opened up, and are you able to attend things, in person? How's it looking there?
I think it is. There's more stuff to attend.
Okay.
But I think in the past session, one of the people, they made a really good point. It's like, I'm happy going to like movies by myself and like plays and stuff, but there's also this element of, I come home from work and I'm tired and it's just me. So it's like, I think I'll just stay home and get cozy and not go anywhere. And that's a problem. So.
Well, we're going to be starting to do in-person events in Chicago, and that's why we're having the assistant organizer / event host meeting on the 16th to see who actually is open to planning things or who's already going to things and willing to allow other people to join them there. Because we've started here in DC, we have started doing the in-person events slowly. We still prefer to be outside if possible. We still wear our masks some places. So, it's still such a weird time. The numbers, they're saying the numbers are going back up here. So we're trying to be careful, but we are doing a little bit.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's, I mean, we have to have we show pictures of our ID and driver's license and things like that. So.
Oh.
Yep.
Got it. Okay, I'm closing the room. So the ladies are going to come back to this main spot in just a, oh, they're coming. Some of them are coming back in. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Okay, I see some of you are back and the rest will be back within 30 seconds. How was your breakout? Any thing in common? Any good conversations? Anything interesting? Two of our people are from Chicago. A lot of Chicago.
I'm from Chicago.
Chicago. Yes. You
Me
guys really
too.
showed up. That's great. How's the weather there right now?
Horrible.
Uh-oh.
Cold. Not stable.
Yep, up and down, just like here. You don't know what to wear. One day it's warm and then the next day it's freezing. Or it's freezing in the morning and then by the afternoon you're like coming out of stuff. So yes.
Always have a jacket in your car.
Yes. I'm so glad it's May now though. So it should be getting warmer consistently, hopefully. All right, ladies, how was that? Anybody actually make a good connection with their person?
Yes, for sure.
Great. We're going to do it one more time and then we're going to close out because we'll be done by 8 or 7 if you're in Chicago. So I'm going to reshuffle you and give you just about 3 minutes with another person. Let me recreate automatically. Okay, so you should have a different person this time. If nobody is in your room, just come back out to the main room and you'll have 3 minutes with this person. Right. Rosie Marie, are you there? You must be doing something. I see you here with me, but I don't hear anything. Okay, we got another person in. Chastity. Chastity, hi. No one was in your room?
No one.
Okay. And that's why I said, if nobody's in there, just come on back out because I know that at least one other person was in here twice. She's on her phone and she's on her computer. So obviously, yeah. So how are you?
I'm good. I'm
good. How was your weekend?
Weekend was good. Just relaxing. Did a lot of grocery shopping. Nothing major.
Ah. You mentioned the grocery store. I want us to do a talk on budgeting for groceries and eating because everything has gone up so high. I found a new place though. I've started going to this place called Ollie's because they have cereal that's under $3 because cereal, and I love cereal, it has just gotten ridiculously expensive, like over $5 for a box of cereal. And I refuse to pay that. So Ollie's has like Cheerios and shredded, mini shredded wheats for like $2.50. So that's where I'm going to get my cereal.
Is it Ollie's with the O-L-L-I-E?
Yep. I-E-S apostrophe S. Yep.
Do we have one here? I don't know.
I've never noticed it, but there's
that.
one in Baltimore and there's one in Fredericksburg and I love it.
Okay. Yeah.
So I had a good weekend. I was moving and I'm all in finally.
Oh, that's good.
I moved from Baltimore to Fort Washington, Maryland, back to my old neighborhood, about 5 blocks from where I used to be. So I feel like I'm back in my old stomping ground, as they would say. And then we did do a happy hour. We did the Indian restaurant. And I went to the movies. I hadn't been to the movies in a little while.
I went to the movies a few weeks ago with my daughter.
How was it? Was it crowded in there or people still not coming back to the movies yet?
It was, no, it wasn't crowded. It's actually a nice little crowd. And we actually saw The Lost City, the movie you discussed.
Yes, that I just saw. What did you think?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I did.
I
did.
did
I
too.
thought
I got some
funny.
chuckles.
It was a good movie. I was shocked. I don't want to do a spoiler, but I was shocked, when that certain big star got shot. I was like, what happened?
Oh my goodness. I screamed out. Yep.
I was like, wait, I thought he was going to be throughout the movie.
Exactly. I had no idea that was coming. That was traumatic.
Yeah. But it was a good movie.
Yeah, it definitely helped me the whole time. Yeah. And now I want to see this scary movie called Hatched or Hatching, but I don't think it's doing well, so I don't think it'll be around long.
What is it called?
Hatched or Hatching. So
Okay.
this little girl, I think it's a foreign film because there's subtitles. So this little girl finds an egg out in the backyard, and she brings it inside and tries to nurture it and keep it in the bed and keep it warm. But it's not like a regular bird egg. It's something sinister.
Oh,
so I know it's a horror, but I think I want to see it.
Okay.
All right, it looks like everybody's coming back and we're going to close out. Let's see, a few people came back. Well, hopefully you made another connection with somebody, those of you that have come back. Oh, we have another Keisha. Lakeisha, hey. All right, ladies, hopefully you made another connection with another lady. We're going to close out now. And I just wanted to repeat what I said in the beginning. Membership is open. We meet to do this mixer once a month. Used to be on Saturdays, but I think Mondays might be actually a good day and time to do it, at least during the summer while people are getting out and about on their weekends. Friendshipmixers.com is our website. We also have a private platform where those of us who are members actually chat throughout the day and throughout the week, and where we post all of our events. You only have a couple on the meetups, and we'll only be in your area on Meetup for a short while, just long enough to meet some of you and see if you like our organization, see if you think we're a good fit for you. Then come on in and join us. And we are having on not next Monday, but the Monday after that, those of you who have ideas and maybe some leadership skills and are thinking about being an event host or an assistant organizer, please join us at 7 EST, Monday the 16th. All right, this has been recorded. So if you missed any of it, when you get the link, you can start it over from the beginning. And I want to just thank you again for coming. Nice to meet all of you. Am I forgetting anything, Joy or Curley?
Not that I can think of. No.
Okay. All right.
Did you
check
put
out
the
our
link back in
website.
the chat? Because I know every time I came back to the chat, it was always gone. So maybe drop it back in the chat again.
Okay, good point. I will put that back in the chat. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. It's only Monday, but it's already May, y'all. I have an interview tomorrow. So if you are a praying woman, please lift me up in prayer at 10 a.m. tomorrow, Eastern Standard Time, when I have my interview. This job is half the distance that I'm traveling now, so half the commute, and 20,000 more a year. So a substantial increase in salary. So, all right, I'll give you an update on that next time we meet. All right, have a good night, ladies.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
You too. Thank you.
All right, see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye. Good luck.
Wait a minute. Yes. Good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.